Salute. Ortesa. Emi lo lati momo hoye. The dead lafia. Divine risings and rotations. Beloved army. Beloved army. Nia. And since I didn't present anything yesterday because of an excessively aggressive start, not in a negative sense, but just in a time consuming sense. Ujamaa. So Ujamaa Nia. And I would like to place that in the sense of Ujamaa Nia. Family and purpose. Family and purpose. Community and purpose. Kabila, tribe and purpose. Taifa, nation and purpose. Nothing works when an individual is the only one working it. Nothing comes into fruition in a family until the whole family is in on it. So if you come into a family already pre-established, the whole family has to be on board with you being in that family in order for you to become a family and in order for that family to thrive and prosper. If you are already in a family and it seems that sometimes the family is not working, it's only working because it has divided pieces. The same as a nation, the same as a community, the same as society. You cannot coexist being divided pieces. You have to find common grounds. Now, does this mean that every single room in a family or in a house, or every single home in a community or a tribe, kabila, is thinking and moving the exact same? No. But we all think and move based upon the common grounds. So we just put our character or our twist to it, but it's still the same end goals. We want success. We're doing it together. We want information, education, overstanding. We're doing it together. We want unity. Obviously, we're doing it together. You know, it's like to live in a household and you feed one person but not the other. The purpose of a household is that the whole house eats when one eats. The whole house grows when one grows. Even if you ain't the one with the money, you always saying, listen, what can we get? What can we do? What do we have? Because everything belongs to everyone. It's the collective. It's the collective. See, because when you have a family or when you have a community or when you have a society or when you have a nation and it's not thinking from the perspective of a collective and it's thinking more personal, more isolated, then it's leaving people out. And let me tell you, when people are left out, when people are thrown away, when people are abandoned, when people are denied access to necessities especially, it corrupts the people. And the mind state that is left will do anything to acquire what you have. But when that mind state knows that what you have is already offered, they'll work to have their own because you'll assist them to work to have their own. You know, it's a lot of things that we can have reasonings and groundings and ciphers and bills on that are not necessary until we are psychologically unified. See, we get real deep, we get real esoteric, but that's not necessary until we are exoterically unified. In the most simplistic forms, unified. And so our theories are unified, our philosophies are unified. And then as one brick supporting another brick of likeness, yet in a different position, so holding a different purpose or a different job. That's when you have power. That's when you have true unity. That's when you have the lack of jealousy. Nobody's hating on the cornerstone, because it wouldn't be a cornerstone without every other stone. Every stone playing its position enjoyably, faithfully. There's no envy or strife or contempt for anyone's position, because we understand that without one another playing our position would be unaccomplishable, possibly unnecessary, possibly never exist. People thank me for extending this information. People thank me for being who I am. Don't thank me for being who I am. Thank our ancestors. Don't thank me for extending information and extending love, honor, and respect. Thank my ancestors, your ancestors. Thank the Orisha. And if you're more the religious type, then thank whatever God that you may think. But that's who you give thanks to for the energy that I share. Because I do this because I'm here to do this. I don't do this for personal reasons. Yet my intentions, my purpose, my Nia becomes my personal reason. At one time it wasn't. At one time my personal reasons was quite selfish. And that selfishness led me into incarceration for 21 years. My ancestors, the Orisha, say, okay, you don't want the gifts that we give you, we'll remove you from them. But we need you. So we're not going to remove you. We need you. But we're going to remove you from the things that you think are just yours on GP. What are you contributing? Because if you are given into a world where you contribute, or where it contributes to you and you're not contributing, you'll be restricted from that world. May that be isolation in prison, or may that be death. So when people thank me for being me, I tell them, umuntu engabantu. I am a person only because we are people. I would not be relevant if I was not necessary. If you did not need me, I would be worthless. My value is based upon the people valuing me. Your value, regardless of how much you think that is true, is based upon the people that value you. Because if you had something to offer that nobody needed, then what good are you? If that's all you have to offer. Needless things. Yet we have brothers and sisters who don't know who they are, so they give things that are worthless to people while extracting things that are valuable. That's why it's so important to know who you are. It's so important to know Nia. It's so important to understand cooperative economics. That's the only way to build an economy, a successful nation, taifa, community, kabila, tribe, jama, ilide, family. Let's get to work in. Let's put aside our petty differences. Let's put aside our personal stripes and pick up our universal aim, our universal intentions, motives, ambitions, inspirations, and share that. Stay focused, stay positive, stay around focused and positive people. Never lose who you are once you know who you are. Never sacrifice who you are for nothing and nobody. Don't just wake up, get out of the bed and stay out of the bed and assist others in rising from that slumber. Alafia farano wo monife rela nidi wo peaka sima kayeri on kupu na kaka yeri en frama. Umuntu wenga bantu. Lai ni waju koriseke. Fiedeno. Ya soto weto farako bachipo. Nakupenda usifiwe. Nakupenda usifiwe. Nakupenda usifiwe. Salute. Peace and motivation. Wholeness and motivation. Have an illuminating day. I love y'all. Immortal.